This broadcast addresses financial realities that most people feel but few fully understand. If you've ever noticed that your income goes up but your life doesn't get easier, that you're working as hard as ever with less to show for it, this is for you. If you're financially stable, what follows may explain the pressure you see affecting people around you. Here's what's actually happening. The money you earn is losing purchasing power. Depending on how real inflation is calculated, that loss runs between 10 and 18% per year. Official figures say around 3%. The gap exists partly because official measurements assume you'll downgrade your lifestyle as prices rise. If beef becomes expensive, the model assumes you'll switch to chicken and calls that stable prices. The math stays low by building in your decline. Simple math. If wages rise 3% and real inflation on rent, food, insurance, and gas runs 12%, that's a 9% pay cut. Over 5 years, that compounds into significant lost ground, all while economic reports say everything is fine. This happens because money is being created to service government debts and support financial institutions. That's a policy choice. The consequence of that choice is that people holding cash and earning wages gradually fall behind, while people holding assets gradually pull ahead. Understanding this removes the mystery from why responsible people still feel squeezed. Credit card debt makes this worse. At 20 to 28% interest against 12% real inflation, the math works against you faster than effort can compensate. This is why credit card debt specifically needs to be treated as an emergency. Gambling and speculation increase when traditional paths feel closed. When saving seems pointless and working harder produces no ground gained, people reach for lottery tickets, sports bets, volatile assets. This is a predictable response to the underlying math. Many people live with a background hum of financial anxiety. That steady tension affects the body. Shallow breathing, disrupted sleep, difficulty concentrating, a feeling of weight that persists even during good moments. When this runs long enough, it becomes a kind of baseline, easy to mistake for personality or just how life is. That stress state changes what's possible. Planning becomes harder. Long-term thinking shrinks. Decisions tilt toward immediate relief. People who understand their situation intellectually still struggle to act on that understanding. The nervous system is responding to sustained pressure by staying in a protective mode that limits strategic thinking. This is the core insight. The obstacle isn't information. The obstacle is that chronic financial stress narrows the window for acting on information. Which means the path forward has 2 layers. The first layer is tactical. Treating credit card debt as an emergency to resolve through every legal means available. Storing value in ways that reduce exposure to inflation without requiring investment accounts. Increasing what your time is worth through specific leverage. The second layer is foundational. Learning to calm the nervous system enough to execute on what you know. This has less to do with willpower and more to do with understanding what sustained stress does and how to create conditions where the body can release it. Both layers can be walked through in detail. If this framed things differently than you've heard before, reach out with where you are. I'll point you toward which piece fits.